Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is a glorious Monday, November 6th. It's 12:07 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. That is 11:07 p.m. or actually a.m. over in Pacific Standard Time or Pacific or preferred standard time over there on the West Coast. So it's a crazy day, much going on, interesting market, good market, bad market, stuff to see, interesting news. Let's rock through this quick, all right? So BitcoinDailyView.com has always got more for you there. Buy me a coffee. Check out Blockchain Education. You get a discount code there in the link. I don't make money doing that. I'm just referring them because I think they're good and I'm hanging out there a lot making money with the crew. So FinViz, all right? Looking at the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P 500, Russell 2000, all not so great today. But then again, looking at the S&P 500, if we drill down a little bit, we're going to notice that for some reason, Lilly, healthcare drug manufacturers general, under that category, Eli Lilly, I guess, is doing quite well. But the rest of the market is not doing so well. Industrials, what's that, General Electric? They're doing good today. Anyway, in general, kind of a crap day for the big market in the S&P 500, not doing too great. And I think I know why. It's this right here. Looking at DXY, Dollar Strength Index, it was rocking. Now, some people kind of call this like a flag pattern. You can also call it actually rather interesting. This is a daily chart. Sometimes W's equal win. Kind of interesting. That was a big win pattern. Some are looking at this also as a bit of a head and shoulders on the Dollar Strength Index on the daily. It's kind of interesting. There's your shoulder, head, shoulder, but then it dumped. Then it came back with a vengeance. So anyway, it's kind of like the head and shoulders versus the W. W is forming and it won. So anyway, looking at Dollar Strength Index, DXY on a daily chart, some would call this kind of some kind of a flag pattern. I don't really follow those patterns too much, but if you know what it is, comment. It's some kind of a flag pattern. Anyway, with that said, let's check it out. Now, you can see on the daily chart, you can see this powerful downward. Sorry, I'm moving it around so much. Just trying to get a good look at it here. You can see on the daily chart a nice powerful downwards movement here. Bottom of the channel, just did a bounce. Now, I think that's probably what is freaking out the big markets and crushing the indexes, because when the DXY is green, the market is red. Anyway, so there you go. That's what I'm seeing. DXY making a bounce, crushing the shit out of the market, because that's probably most likely going to be a good bounce. Actually, let's look at a smaller time frame. And well, these indicators are kind of hard to exactly read here on the 45, but I would just say that most likely this thing is probably like, there's the channel, there's the bounce, there's the squeeze indicator turning around, directional index is looking right. This is most likely going to be, a beginning of an uptrend for the DXY. It's bouncing where you would expect it to bounce in the daily. So anyway, with that said, market's crushed, but the crypto market is doing pretty well. So we'll check that out. Looking at, see, oil sideways today in the red, gold getting ass hammered, and silver getting rejected off that 200 moving average in the daily chart. So commodities, ass hammered, oil sideways, DXY pumping. So basically that means that Satan's presence on the earth is extremely strong today, crushing everything except for crypto. Bitcoin trading volume 2.7 billion last 24 hours. I'll take it. Once again, I must mention, I know we have a general somewhat of an uptrend going right now for Bitcoin, but watch out. This is a classic bar pattern. We could see a dump down to 30,000, no problem, or 31,000. So just beware, bar patterns tend to complete. So we got one that's kind of forming right now. So just beware, watchful. I've been watching this thing for a while. Keep an eye out. Do not long or short with too much leverage. People aren't trying too hard right now to long and short with leverage, but definitely we're seeing some big liquidations. So beware. This ain't 10x. This ain't 100x weather. Okay. Looking at where the big volume is on Binance for longs and shorts, 45% long, 54% long. So 45% long, 54% short, definitely a short bias. And what is that probably going to mean when it's that great of a short bias? Bart-Simpson pattern completes. Now, looking at the top exchanges, top 20 exchanges overall for all spot trading, they're mostly in the green this Monday. I'll take it. Looking at Bitcoin, 34,953 right now. A lot of alts doing quite well. Trust Wallet, Twit, basically TWT rocking its mind. It's crazy. The graph, whatever that is, GRT, is doing quite well. Aave, I like that project. AAVE doing quite well. XRP up 8.8%. Let's check out XRP. I like that. XRP rocking. Hey, I'm XRP is kind of like the dark side, but you know what? If it's pumping, I'll buy it, I'll sell it, I'll make money. If it's dumping, I'll short it, I'll make money. As long as it's not a crypto based on like, how many, killed, how many children landmines kill or something. As long as it's not totally disgusting, I'll trade it to make money. I may not long-term hodl it, but I will trade it to make money. So XRP, morally bankrupt, but it can make you money. So anyway, somebody mentioned this in the Bitcoin Daily View chat. Private Keys mentioned this one. Crypto market cap. This is basically Bitcoin dominance. You can see it kind of got rejected recently. It's getting rejected off of like a yearly downtrend as far as the dominance. And that's rather interesting. So basically, Bitcoin dominance just not really looking too great. This is quite a long-term trend, but it does show its dominance is dumping. Now, and it's a big picture. The more time you can pull in to see something, the more I think it oftentimes means. A lot of jitters here, a lot of flux, a lot of flush, a lot of, whatever, a lot of, whatever, a lot of jitteriness in the market. There always is, but the big time frames can really show you where things are going. And I would say that this could definitely be not a Behringer, what do they call it? Whatever that word is. It could very well mean it's all season. So watch for Bitcoin dominance and continue dropping, especially following this mega trend. It could be time for alts to lose their damn minds. Now, Bitcoin versus USDT here on Binance, where the big money is, where the big volume is. I got this fib sequence I've been looking at for quite a while. With this last run that we started having, you can see where we're at here in the fib sequence. We're kind of in no man's land. It's not a powerful place to play right now. We do have a gradual uptrend. Will we continue that uptrend here on the 4-hour chart? It's hard to tell. So watch out. If we BART bounce, we could see around 31,500 be a bounce. We could see like even down to 30,200. So myself, I got some buys down here waiting to catch that Bart Simpson completion. So I think it could happen. It could be a like a .5 bounce, which is like 31,338. It could also be like all the way down to like a 618 bounce or a 200 moving average bounce. 200 moving average bounce would be like 30,762. 618 starts at 618 golden pocket starts at 30,235. So anyway, I kind of got my buys in at like 30,000. 30,050, 30,100, and such like that. Even one at like 31,000. Just maybe catch some of these BART if this BART pattern completes. The only thing is, especially with that, we don't know if it does actually dump. Does that mean it's going to just, dump, bonk, and then really kind of lose it and just start a downwards trend for a while, or it could be a more traditional BART pattern where it actually just bumps and then keeps going. Hard to tell. Bitcoin tends to, I noticed that Bitcoin tends to move and tends to like to move in steps. And everything is a little bit different. But if you can see here, like notice what you see here. You see kind of a step. Like here you see a step. Here you see a step. Will the next step be here, or will it be like down here, and then follow these previous steps down, etc. So right now, looking at this 4-hour time frame, if we look at the this squeeze indicator is just, it doesn't know what's going on right now. Directional index is kind of crappy. ADX is trending down. I just don't know. This mesa. This plateau here, I just don't see holding. So for me, like I say, I'm kind of waiting for that 4-hour bounce somewhere in there. And I definitely, for that bounce, let me just real quick, I want to belabor this because I know everybody's got places to go and things to do. But if we do look here, let's do some horizontal raise, bonk. Another one here, like bonk, really strong places you might see a bounce. Wow, if it really kind of bounced hard, it would be like 29,820 down to like 29,820. Right here is previous support. Also previous support that was very strong is at 28,000. 8,533. So anyway, place your bets. If you're playing that game, I know buying bounces is kind of risky because you don't know if it's going to stop going down. But anyway, with that said, it's a strong chart for a BART pattern completion. It tends to be what Bitcoin does. So anyway, looking at XRP versus USDT on Binance here. Oh my lord, rocket ship to Pluto. This thing's lost its friggin' mind. I maybe this will be a continuation. Maybe this thing will keep going. I'm not gonna play this. This fib sequence is kind of fitting pretty strong. I'm gonna wait for a retrace. I like what this thing is doing. It's pretty wonderful. If I had to long or short it right now, I would short it, to be honest with you. But I think we'll probably see a retrace back down to the 0.5 or 618. But I do think something's up with XRP. This thing's running. How about the daily? How does the daily look? Yeah, daily is bounced off the I think my dailies are no. This daily is correct. The daily 314. It's bounced off. It challenged the 200 for a while. Got above that. Now it's moving. Now it's all about like this thing could run all the way back to like I was to do a ray. This thing could run all the way back easily to like. .8262. Strong previous. That's where you might see some resistance. So on the daily chart, this thing's looking pretty strong. It's just it's just kicking too much ass right now for me to want to get in. Powerful blue, purple candles by Sam. This thing is wonderful. But myself, I actually here on the 45-minute chart, you can already see some weakness. It's stepping up. I think here is starting to roll over in the very, very short time frame. I'm going to give XRP a little bit of space, and then I would maybe hop in. But right now, no, it's too hot. So anyway, with that said, anything else worth looking at? No, not really. The most expensive vehicle to operate in 2023 is a shopping cart. Recently, breaking news, the British, after realizing Mars hasn't been colonized yet, off they go. We'll check on them in a while and see how that's going. Zero Hedge, here it is. I wanted to mention this. U.S. and Rare Move advertises location of nuclear-capable submarine. Now, here's the thing. I just wanted to mention this because those subs are always somewhere. And here's the thing. I just wanted to mention there's like 2 carriers out there in the what sea is that by Israel? Sorry, God, I forget. Sorry. I do know. I'm just spacing it. But here's the deal. 1 carrier means sustained operations for 24 hours, and you have to take a break. 2 carriers is about 48 to 72. Then you have to take a break. 3 carriers is ongoing 24/7 war, basically. Sorties going off on and off those ships. So we got 2. What you want to watch out for? I'm not so interested in the nuclear sub because whatever, it's there, whatever. What I worry about is when you hit 3. 3 means, a continuation, basically a 24/7 assault from those ships, and that's like real war stuff. So 1, 2, 3, that's big stuff. Also, it's putting a lot of expensive assets in hypersonic cruise missile range, where they are sitting targets. Aircraft carriers are as outdated as tanks, basically. So, with that said, boom, watch out when that 3rd one hits. If we get a 3rd one there, be watchful. I'm just saying. I don't care about the sub, but if we get a 3rd aircraft carrier there, that's a lot of firepower in one spot for no reason at great risk. So I don't know. We have retards running the country and most of Europe as it is. So, just beware. This minister, I don't want to get the thing flagged here, so I won't use words. I will save some you can just read. This guy, minister, draws fire after remarks about nuking somewhere, and even though Bibi did suspend him, what this does say to me, one thing. You can't nuke something that close to you with a big bomb. So what it means is, and what the world's kind of realized, is that it means they have small tactical nukes that could just blow something up the size of that area. And if you look at the world's sane people in our State Department, not Blinken, not Sullivan, not that warlord, heinous voodoo wench, Newland, definitely not... God, what's his name? Got the big mustache. Anyway, a lot of sane minds, political commentary, a lot of world leaders are saying this is unacceptable. These words are unacceptable. You cannot do that. But they also know, with that said, it means they have the means most likely to do something that target it. And it has kind of changed the atmosphere a little bit. And it's just interesting. If you ask me, this was a feeler to see world opinion. The world opinion said it's unacceptable what you were saying. And now we know you've got what you got, and we're watching you. So anyway, it's not about taking sides. It's just some things are unacceptable, and that was. And even though this guy is suspended right now, I think these two are bros, and I think they hang out in the sauna together, probably with not many clothes, and they came up with this little plot, and it didn't work. The world still says that kind of shit is disgusting. Why banks are suddenly closing down customer accounts. Now, this one here, let me not share this one because it's New York Times, and somebody I know shared this for me, and I don't know. I think you have to have a subscription, so I don't want to share this, but you guys can see basically. I read this thing, and basically, if I was to summarize it, I took some notes, and sorry, you guys can't see them. They're over to the side here, but basically, where is it at? Okay, let me some quotes from this, and we'll get out of here. Are just basically some quick quotes from this article are: the vast majority of closures are correct, consistent with the regulatory obligations we are required to follow. The crap does that mean? And then also last year, banks filing SARS tagged categories like suspicious checks, concern over the source of the funds, and transactions with no apparent economic business or lawful purpose. The hell does that mean? I can't just write somebody a check with no reason. Go get some money out of the bank. I tried this, and they'll ask you, what's this for? And I always say, your mom's expensive. And anyway, with that said, it's like, watch out. I can't give you financial advice on any level, but the commercial banks, this is messed up, and it's happening. And the efficacy of why this is happening is up to the individual to decide. Okay. There's a meme here. Let me actually share this that was kind of in response to this ad. I'm going to fire up a browser here, and let me actually grab that meme. I probably should have already had it up, but what I'm saying is, what this means is dependent, like what this will mean to you is dependent on your awareness. I don't mean to be rude, but if you think this is a good idea, I don't think you're probably, I doubt you're watching. And if you are, you need to try to gain your soul back. Because this is what it really means. This poor old lady here, my account was flagged by algorithms. I still can't believe that my crappy system would flag my Social Security payment as money laundering. And I'm about to be evicted from my nursing home, and I have nowhere to go. That's what these evil baby-eating fucking monsters are actually doing. So don't buy this bullshit, and don't be delusional. It hurts people. I can't give you financial advice, but I can tell you, myself, I'm not in a commercial bank. I'm in a credit union, gold, silver, ammo. I don't keep money in these demonic monsters accounts. So with that said, that's it. Sorry to be a little bit heinous today. Once in a while, we do need a little bit of a reality refresh. And the world is crazy, but it's beautiful. I see so much light right now. So many great and wonderful things happening. Watch out for this Bitcoin Bart Simpson pattern completing. It looks like it's setting up to do so. Bitcoin's doing it's doing well overall, gradual uptrend. It's good for the alts today, also doing really, really great. The great measurement of evil in the world, the dollar strength index, is taking a bounce here in the daily, which means the rest of the market is getting crushed. Commodities are getting crushed. We'll see how this keeps going. I'm really, really impressed that Bitcoin has not gotten crushed, but the day and the week is still young. It might, looking at the Bitcoin dominance image, where'd that thing go? The Bitcoin dominance image. If I can find it, yeah, this might be alt season because Bitcoin dominance on a large time frame just got rejected. And I think that we might just see some craziness. And if you do look at the charts here, where are they at? You can look at the A lot of alts doing really, really great. This could be a wonderful week. So I got more interesting things. If I can get in tomorrow, I will do a video. I'll do my darndest to get in here and do it. I want to look at some of these. I think this is a good time. So anyway, guys, take care. I'm glad you're an optimist. I see a lot of light in the world. I see beautiful stuff happening beyond belief. I really do. I mean that sincerely. A lot of craziness right now, but it's like you're laying on your back in a forest and you're looking up in the trees, and the light, you're seeing all this light come in to the forest through the trees. And I really do see the light through the trees. I really do. It's a nightmare out there in some of the world, in a lot of the world. Crazy stuff is happening. We've never had more retarded, evil leaders ever in the West, but we do. And that's a reaction to, I believe, the light coming through those trees. And I believe it's coming from the light within us. It's a reaction to that. Just keep meditating, keep positive, believe in something beautiful, because it's actually happening. We are at peace within ourselves and creating that in the midst of hell right now. So take care.